Hi everyone, hope you've enjoyed reading the CBS 19 weather blog. This video is supposed to go along with that weather blog, maybe help explain a couple of the concepts that we're talking about. One of those is when we talk about the long-range cycling pattern theory and how it repeats, and how March 21st is related to what will be upcoming later on this month, May 23rd to May 26th. Well, back on March 21st, this is what the upper level pattern looked like. We had strong low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This is essentially at about 18,000 feet. I'm watching that area right there where you see the line sort of spreading apart. That's called divergence. If the air is diverging aloft, it allows more air to come into the surface. That air is rising, and that can create a natural twisting motion in the atmosphere, and it can and did lead to tornadoes back on March 21st. In fact, if you look at that, we had essentially two supercells that tracked through East Texas, and they created 7 tornadoes. So what's going to be happening on later on this month? Well, once we get past the middle part of the month, we're looking at a couple of features here. One, this very slow-moving low-pressure system that is associated with the storm that we saw in the middle part of March that brought us days of clouds, rain showers at times. Well, this is going to move across. This will likely create some severe weather possibilities throughout the central, maybe even into the southern plains. And then we look out here to the Pacific Northwest. There's another couple of storm systems, and one of those eventually becomes the storm system similar to what we saw back on March 21st. Now, will we have severe weather? Well, we have to talk about magnitude versus frequency, meaning the bigger something is, the fewer times that it happens. So chances are we won't see anything like that, like March 21st again in late May, but we could have some strong or even severe thunderstorms around the area. And with the seasonal shift in the jet stream farther to the north, also the threat of severe weather begins to move farther back to the north and to the northwest. In fact, our peak severe weather season is really starting to now peak this week, and then will slowly be shifting away from us back to the northwest over the next 4 weeks. Hope you enjoyed the weather blog. Have a great rest of May.